We're back for part 2 of our search for all the new GR86s and BRZs of SEMA. This is Michelle's Liberty Walk GR86. We're at the Alpha Rex booth, so of course she has the headlights and the taillights, but there's 2 other things on the back of this car that I want to give you guys a look at. So on the back here, like I said, we've got the Alpha Rex taillights, but you can also see this trunk light that goes all the way across and connects both of the taillights. This one has the red lens to match the taillights, but I believe they also have a smoked lens version as well. Personally, I like this red to connect both of the taillights, and what's special about this is that it retains the trunk button so you don't lose that functionality. Now down here, probably a little hard for you to see because it's smoked out, but they also have an aftermarket third brake light option. I can't turn the car on right now, but I saw it earlier, and I think this looks completely different than any of the other options out there right now. The lens design is not just a flat lens design, it's actually kind of 3D molded to the shape of these lights. I'll give you guys some close-ups so you can see, but this, I'm excited for these to come out. Also got to give her props for the TE37s, iconic, beautiful, maybe a little overplayed, but I love them anyway. And I also love these lug nuts that are a nice touch. Outside of South Hall, we have Wayne's BRZ. He's rocking the infamous Aero wide body kit. Super aggressive, wide hips in the rear. Now, I'm usually not a fan of orange cars, but on a crazy build like this, it works, especially when you pair it up with clean Workmeisters. I'm just a fan of white wheels, guys. It looks amazing. In the back, we have some clear taillights. Haven't seen those before. We've got an AWE exhaust down there, and I believe that's a Sayber rear diffuser. I think this is also their carbon fiber trunk. Now, I love what he's done here. He's wrapped the trunk, but he's left a portion of that duckbill, the very tip of it, exposed carbon, as well as the trim piece that goes across the taillights. Perfect touch. Let me know what you guys think on this. Over at the Sprintex booth, we have the 8.6-speed GR86. This thing's kind of got a luminescence theme to it with the purple, the neon yellow 57 DRs. We've got the Tom's lip kit all the way around. Also, of course, more Alpha Rex headlights. But the biggest thing on this car is right here. This is the new Sprintex supercharger kit for the FA24. It's due to be released on November 24th. It's 100% carb compliant. So if you're worried about emissions, this is a great option for you to go force induction without having to worry about all that. I believe on 91, they're making about 280 wheel horsepower. They're gonna test it on E85, I believe, and I'm curious to see how much more power they can make. Over at the Toyota booth, they actually had one of these here last year, but this is a GR86 Cup car. They do a wheel-to-wheel racing series that travels to different tracks around the US. This is obviously going to be a little bit different than your production GR86. One of the main differences is the 6-speed SADEV sequential transmission, so you can row through those gears. It has a Bosch ECU making 228 horsepower. You've got the interior all gutted, OMP bucket seats. There's a fuel cell in the back. For the wheels, you've got some rotiform forged 18x8 wheels with some Continental Racing slicks, some mild aero with the front splitter, and then the wing in the back. I can't imagine how this thing feels out on the track. Closest thing I'm gonna get is racing one of these on iRacing, because I can't afford wheel-to-wheel racing, but it's cool to see in person. Right next to the Cup car, we have the Special Trueno Edition. Unlike the other special editions that Toyota and Subaru have released, this actually has some performance upgrades. So you're gonna get upgraded dampers and the Brembo big brake kit, along with some other aesthetic upgrades like the two-tone with the black and halo. You can also get it in the track bred. The duckbill is also a black with the door handles, and then a couple changes inside as well with some red accents on the door cards. And they've also changed out the silver trim pieces for black trim pieces, which I'm a huge fan of because I really don't like the silver trim pieces in the interior of my car. So hopefully I can pick some of those up to clean up the interior. They're only gonna be making 860 of these. So if you wanna pick one of these up, good luck. Out at the Toyo Tread Pass, we have Johnny's GR86 with yet another Varis wide body kit. The way the sunlight hits the pearl in this paint and the carbon fiber, it's just next level. We've also got these massive T37s down here. These are an 18x11 plus 15 offset with a 295 tire on all four corners. And of course, you've got the big brake kit sitting behind there as well. Just beautiful. If we head to the back here, on the back of the car, he's rocking the stock taillights. Much respect to him. I actually really like the stock taillights, especially with some overlays on there to black things out. Of course, we've got the Varis wing on here. I like that the base plate is paint matched. It still bothers me, but it's a little bit less of an eyesore. Down here, we've got a remarked dual exit exhaust. And then my favorite part of this kit has to be the rear diffuser. The body lines are just so aggressive. It flows perfectly into the rest of the car and into the rest of the kit. There's actually a checkerboard design on the opposite side of the normal carbon weave. I'll try and get a shot of it to show you guys, but I don't think I saw that on the other kits. I just saw checkerboard throughout or the normal carbon weave throughout. This has both of them, one on each side, so that's a pretty cool touch. This car is super clean. Toyo Tread Pass always has some of the best builds of SEMA, and you can see it right here. We're over at the anti-gravity booth with Larry Chen's GR86. This was actually at the Toyota booth last year. Not sure what he's changed on it, if he's changed anything at all. It still has the HKS lip kit on there with the wing and spoiler combination. He still has the HKS supercharger on here as well, which I think last year I said made around 300 horsepower. Don't quote me on that. It's just so great to see someone like Larry, that's been a huge inspiration to me for what he's done in the community, have one of the twins and enjoy the car like it's meant to. And I just love how many freaking stickers he's slapped on this thing. It's just such a great car to look at. The Yellow Speed Racing booth has another GR86 with the infamous Aero wide body kit on it. Something about the rear end of this car with the super wide and aggressive hips with no wing or spoiler make the rear of the car look like it has just a big ass dump truck, and I am all for it. You may also notice that inside the engine bay here, there is a Works turbo kit retrofitted on that FA24. This is actually an FA20 kit that they've made some changes to so it can fit on the FA24. Obviously, they're not that much different, but you are gonna need to make some modifications to make it work. I'm curious to see how much power they're making on this. Who knows? Maybe we should turbo our car. This is another car you guys may have seen from SEMA last year. This is the Scalar Performance fully electric swapped GR86. This thing is nuts. It's crazy what they've done to this. It is a proper race car, but it's all electric. It puts down 460 wheel horsepower, 415 foot-pounds of torque. Yes, it does weigh a little bit more. It's 3,150 pounds, 55% weight distribution in the rear, 45 in the front. We've got some slight aero with the front splitter air dam in the front, APR wing in the back. Interior's fully gutted. You can see the batteries up front here and the motor in the rear. It's crazy to think that that little motor over there produces almost 500 horsepower. I am so curious how this thing feels out on the track with the extra weight and such. It's got some Öhlins on here, got a Willwood big brake kit, obviously some racing slicks, fully gutted interior, roll cage. This thing is an electric race car. This is what the future could look like for us, who knows? Out in the concourse, we have Jumbo Cop's BRZ. This is one of the only other GR86s and BRZs that doesn't have a wide body kit on it. He chose to keep it simple, clean. He also has the Voltex side skirts, rear diffuser, and the wing, except he balled out and got carbon fiber while I went the FRP route. He's got the APR front lip on here, as well as our Dream Cosma Auto hood. This thing looks super clean. We've got the white Z40s down there, love those. Black Brembos behind them. And I love this color. The Trueno blue was my top three. It was either red, white, or Trueno blue. I believe this is an underrated color that these cars come in. Actually, this is a BRZ, so it's not Trueno blue, but you get what I'm talking about. Now, the one thing I wanted to talk about on this car, he partnered up with Beat Sonic, and I just got a demo of a new product that they're debuting here at SEMA, which is their DSP amplifier. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos, you may have seen me do a review on one of their other amplifiers, their pt2, which I have installed in my car, and I was very impressed with that. Well, they have a setup in this car with the new DSP amplifier and the pt2 where you can compare side by side both of those as well as the stock sound system. And I gotta tell you, it sounds completely like a different sound system in there. I feel like you could trick someone into thinking you put different speakers or something like that and changed everything out, but it's just the amp. So the new DSP is kind of based on the PA2, but it includes a chip that they're able to program and change out for the specific sound characteristics of each car. So the driving position, left-hand drive, right-hand drive, it makes it sound like you're having just a personal concert inside your own car. And I don't get anything for telling you guys this. I'm not just trying to sell you guys this product. I was truly impressed when I got the demo on how much different and how much better it sounds. All right, guys, I think that's all the GR86s and BRZs I could find. Let me know which one you liked best and what was your favorite modification that you saw. If I missed one, I apologize. Tell me which one I missed. But that is gonna do it for today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the SEMA content. If you are, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.